Welcome to another short episode of Sandy Killer Projects. Today we're going to show you how to change out the battery in a 2016 Honda Civic EX. This will work for any of the Generation 10 Honda Civics. These batteries are really easy to change out. Video is going to go fairly quickly, so let's get started. The thing we're going to do is pop the hood. Hood releases on the left side of the steering wheel down by the pedals. Once you pop the hood and put it on the prop rod, which is over there, this is your battery right here. We're going to take it out. Super simple, easy to disconnect. Just loosen up the connection there, and pop this guy open and loosen this connection, and that will get the battery out. And we're going to take this top cover hold down off. So all of the parts on the battery, the hold down, this connector on the positive lead and this connector on the negative lead, all take a 10 millimeter. I'm just using a 10 millimeter wrench. Nothing fancy, nothing special. It's too hard to get a long socket over the top of these posts because when it's tightened all the way down, currently I have it loose, the post can stick out too much. So I like to take the negative lead off of the battery first, and the reason that I do that is because it takes away the ground, which means that nothing is going to end up working, and then I remove the positive lead off of the battery. This, I've found over the years, also reduces arcing when you're pulling the battery off of the connectors off of the post. So the reason for doing that is anytime that you're taking the parts off of the battery, you're trying to disconnect the circuit. In disconnecting the circuit, some people say take the negative lead off, some people say take the positive lead off. I do the negative lead first. When I install it, I put the negative lead back on first. I have found over the years that this reduces the amount of sparking, arcing that you get as you reconnect the final connection. You can take them off however you see fit or is recommended by your mechanic. But that's how I do it. Next, I'm going to take this post off, and then we'll take the battery out. You can see I now have the battery out of the box. I want to show you a couple things about the mount. This is the left side mount. It hooks into a little hole on this side. The right side mount, which is the only one that I've actually taken the nut off of, is much longer and has a hook. It hooks down inside here to a bottom plate that's about middle of the battery box. Okay, the other thing I want to show you is the battery has a little jacket. This can be reused, so don't get rid of it. That just helps keep it away from any possible contact with any metal. Then the battery itself is what's called a group size 51R, which the R means that the terminals are reversed. On the standard group size 51, the positive is here and the negative is here. On this setup, it's the other direction. If you try to put the other style in, you're not going to be able to get the connections to reach properly or for it to mount in properly. So group size 51R is what you got to stick back in it. Also, I want to mention that this is the original battery that came out of this car. This is 2016. It is now 2023, which means they've gotten 7 years of life out of this battery. This battery is well past its prime. Most aftermarket batteries are only going to last anywhere between 3 and 5 years. We're going to go get an aftermarket battery and put it back in there. The Honda batteries, I'm not going to try and chase one down. I want to get this car back up and running. So you usually get 5 to 7 years out of a manufacturer's battery and a little bit less after an aftermarket battery. Since I started recording and went to get the battery, a thunderstorm is rolling in. Sound may get a little bit weird, but this is a Walmart replacement battery with the same exact numbers, 500 cold cranking amps and 85 minute reserve capacity. This is what we're going to be putting in as a replacement. Super quick and easy. As mentioned in the last part of the video, I put the negative cable on first. I put the positive lead on second. Heard that little sound? That's the sound of it making the electrical connection and arcing a little bit, but I prefer to have the power come on and go to ground right away. That's why I do that. Then I'm going to tighten these down and put the hold downs back in place. So once you have the negative and the positive lead tight, you're going to put the hold down in place. Just tighten it down until the battery doesn't move. Then it's good. Then make sure to snap down the cover on the positive lead. And that's it. That's pretty much all it takes to do this job. As always, thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll keep making more content.